I'm Ryan with MapleMeeple.com, and today we're going to be reviewing Burger Up! Maple Meeple reviews Burger Up, a burger building game by Matt Parks for Rule and Make out of Australia. 2 to 4 players, plays in about 45 minutes, ages 14 and up. Although my 9 and 11-year-old kids absolutely love this game and understand everything about it, so I think it works quite well with some younger players. So we're going to take a look at it now. Please excuse me, I'm battling a cold, so I'll try and make sure I'm speaking as best I can. So I have it set up here, not an actual 2, 3, or 4 player game, just because the footprint for this game is a little bigger. But we have a 1 player setup right here. We have your order cards here, and we have your ingredient cards here. The way this works is everybody gets 4 ingredient cards in their hand, and on their turn they are allowed to purchase any of the ingredients that are in this row of face-up ingredients for $1 each. They can buy 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't get refilled immediately. And then, combined with the ingredients that they have in their hand, they are allowed to play up to 3 ingredients onto their burgers. These are their bottom buns. You'll notice that there's a bunch of different symbols on these cards, and these symbols relate to the type of ingredient that is on it. The buns, it's the bottom buns here that you start with, have a multicolored burger symbol, and that's basically a wild. So what that means is that you can place anything on that. So if I were to start with, say, a veggie patty, the next ingredient I put on would need to match the symbol on the top half of the card. So I have cheese here, which matches the symbol of what the egg is. And now that's a legal play. So notice that there is no egg on the burger. I now have veggie patty and cheddar cheese. The next thing I'd have to put on would be some sort of a sauce. And now I've placed my 3 ingredients. After that, the turn player can discard any remaining cards they have in their hand, and then they would draw back up to 4 ingredient cards in their hand. If they met the requirements of one of the orders that are up, they could score their burger. So if we take a look at some of these, there's a bunch of different types of burgers that you can try to build in this game, and that's the whole goal, is to fulfill what's being ordered. So this one, for example, is the Metasaurus Rex. It needs at least 2 meats on it, no salads, and it has to be a gourmet or larger. When you're scoring a burger, you get extra money based on the size of the burger. Everybody gets one of these cards to remind them. A sandwich, for example, is 1 to 3 ingredients, gets you an extra $1. For the purposes of the Metasaurus Rex, a gourmet is 4 to 6 ingredients and gets you $3. If you get a colossal, which is 10 ingredients or more, then you get $10, or you get to flip your bottom buns, which allows you to place 4 ingredients every turn instead of just 3. And so the game continues until you run out of order cards. These are all basically top buns that will top off the burger. Once you run out of those, everybody counts up their money. Money is points. Whoever has the most wins. I really enjoy this game, especially with my kids. It's really nice to have a game that's a little more strategic, makes you think a little more, that my kids can play. The way that the ingredients work, how you can't just put whatever you want. If you're trying to go for a burger like the vegan, where it can't have any animal products on, and the only option you have is to put down a sauce that has meat on the top, so it means the next time you play a card it has to be a meat. There's some decisions you have to make there. I really like the art. It's very cartoony, very fun. It does draw me in a little bit. A couple of things I don't like. I think that the row of face-up ingredients that you can buy feels like it gets a little stale sometimes. They just sit there and they don't really help the game move forward as much. It would be nice if there was a refresh mechanic, if they were refreshed or cycled through somehow. So that could be a house rule. The other thing is, for the amount of money you get, it's just not enough unless you're only playing 2 players. And that's just for the $1 denominations. You play 3 or 4 players, and then, like I said, there just isn't enough of them. But yeah, other than that, it's a great little game. It's fun to just see what you've built and even imagine yourself eating it, and it gets pretty ridiculous sometimes. But I'd highly recommend it. That's Burger Up. Thanks for putting up with my cold today. If you feel like it, check out all the rest of the content on maplemeeple.com. If you like what you saw and you would want to support us, you can give us a like, share what you've watched, and maybe even subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.